Good morning, dear ones. I hope everybody's doing awesome. Today I chose to be in this little room that I'm going to show to you in a minute. And it's called our prayer and meditation room here at church. And it's such a cool place. You can choose if you want to relax, if you want to pray, if you want to meditate. And I will show you all the cool things they have here to do that. But you can do that at home too, or you can do it out in nature, right? To find a place where you feel comfortable, that you feel like this is a great place to be in the presence with God, in the here and now. So today I have another super cool story to tell you. A story that's full of wonder. Remember, we are talking about Jesus' death and resurrection and doubts of people who saw him? So today I have another one to. And today I'm going to read you the Bible story from the Spark Story Bible. And this story is found in the Gospel of Luke, Luke 24 verses 50 to 53. And it's called the Ascension. So after Jesus died and rose again, he and his disciples got together near Jerusalem. Jesus had some instructions for them. As you know, God is doing amazing things in the world, he said, and your help is needed. We need you to go tell stories about me. Tell your friends and family and everyone you meet what you have learned by following me. Be my witnesses in the world. Then suddenly, Jesus was rising up in the air. What was going on? He was being lifted up into a cloud. Jesus' friends looked around. 2 men in white robes had joined them. The man said, "Why are you just standing around looking up towards heaven? Don't worry, Jesus will come back one day." "Right," said one of Jesus' disciples. "Meanwhile, we have some work to do. Let's get going." "What do you think?" he said. "Yeah, we have work to do." What do you think that meant? As they're all standing around, that's what the disciples understood, right? That those 2 men said, "Hey, let's go." They were told to do exactly what Jesus always told us. Everything we learn, we have to let others know. And that's what the disciples understood, right? Let's go do Jesus' work now. Now, I'm just wondering, how would you have felt had you been one of them? Would you feel afraid, happy? I mean, the disciples had been with Jesus all the time. He was their master. He was their teacher. And all of a sudden, he wasn't there anymore. How would you feel? I don't know. I would feel, I think, sad because my friend wasn't there, but also excited because he promised he would never leave us alone, right? So I was just thinking about, what does Jesus wants us to remember about him? What do you think? So I thought, I have an idea. Maybe you can write it down too. Or even better, maybe you can tell others about it. So what is Jesus remembered for? Let's think about some things. Maybe I wrote some things down. Maybe you can write it down in your paper too. So how about love? Is Jesus remembered by his love and by the love he always showed and shared with others? Most definitely, right? How about joy? Jesus always showed a lot of joy and always wanted us to remember to do things with joy. Forgiveness. Do you remember how many stories we heard already about how important Jesus said forgiveness is? To be able to forgive others as they do to us, as we do. We make mistakes a lot too, right? Kindness. How many stories have we heard of kindness where Jesus taught us about kindness? Now, what are the things you remember well about the stories I have told you, or perhaps maybe other adults have told you about Jesus? What are the things that you remember about Jesus? And I wonder another thing, what would you like to be remembered for? If I say, do you know Miss Susan? Miss Susan, which one? Oh, what are the things you remember about me? Now, what would you think other people to think about you? Jesus gave us a very wonderful mission for us to talk about him, even after he's gone, because although he left, he never left us, right? He's always with us. So what are the things we can share about Jesus with others? I bet you have a lot to share. And today, not only don't I want to share this place, but I also thought, remember last week I told you about a different type of praying? So this week I thought I'd teach you a fun, awesome way that it's called praying in color. And it's doodling. Do you like to doodle? So maybe we can do that while we pray. How about we do it together? Ready? Okay, let's do it. So praying with words is great, right? It's awesome to know, to have a conversation with God. But just like lost socks, sometimes we lose them under the bed and where is my other sock? Words can escape our mind too sometimes, right? So maybe today we will find another practice of praying with colors, praying without words. Because it can be playful, it can be just fun. And praying should be fun as well. So all you need for this one is a piece of paper, any paper you can find. And maybe here I have I have a bag full of crayons. But you can find anything you have there, crayons or markers or a pen or a pencil, although it would be fun to have some color. I mean, I love color, so you might too. Anyways, find some paper, find some crayons, and I will teach you, or let's just have fun together, teach you to pray with no words, in color, pray in color. So you don't need to be an artist to do this. You don't need to draw a cat or a flower. I know I'm not really good at drawing things. All you need to do is maybe we can draw some shapes, maybe some lines. Can you draw some lines? We can draw lines. We can draw circles. Maybe a circle. We can draw maybe scribbles. Like that. Maybe we can scribble. We can do triangles. Do you know how to draw a triangle? In the place where I am, it's hard to tell, but like this. 1, 2, 3 triangles. We can do ovals. We can do, how about clouds? We can do squiggly lines. We can do, oh, I love this one. It's like the infinite symbol. It's like a figure 8, like an 8 that's laying down. We can do curves. Can you think of anyone? Teeth. Like sharp teeth. We can do polka dots. I love polka dots. We can do just dots. Or we can do hearts. Or we can do petals. So anything you think you can do though. Now we can combine those. How about if we combine those ideas, those shapes, and make a drawing and a prayer? So you can try over there, and I'm gonna try here and show it to you. So I'm gonna start mine with the shape of the 8, and I'm gonna write in loving God, and that will be my prayer today. So while I will do around here and make my prayer, you can do yours there. I will show you at the end how mine turned out. And I would love to see yours too, but you don't have to show it to no one. It's your own time with God, your own prayer. Okay? So let's go to it. And as you keep coloring and doing all the doodling you want, or even if you even want to draw something in the middle, you can also, if you know how, write the names of certain people you want to pray for. So that you can do in your own time. You don't have to use a bunch of words, but you can think up here all the things that are in your heart, that are in your mind. Ask for Jesus' blessings. Ask for whatever you need. Here I have my prayer. I wrote the names of a lot of kids that I wanted to pray for. So yours may look absolutely different than mine. And every time I do this, it looks different. But that's what the fun about praying is. It can be not only with words, it can be with music, or it can be praying in color, praying doodling. So whatever brings you joy and whatever brings you to speak with God. Because God, like Jesus promised, is always with you. No matter where, no matter when, no matter what. So I hope you have a wonderful week, that perhaps you practice some of the praying color doodling, and we will talk about this again. And maybe you can also have a chance to talk about Jesus with other people. Tell them one of the stories you learned, that you heard, that you really appreciate, that you really like. And what is it that makes you love Jesus, right? So have an awesome week, and I see you soon. Bye-bye. Just as I told you, I now will show you our prayer meditation room here at church. But you can find any place at your house where you feel comfortable and can do your own prayers. Are you ready to see? Okay, let's check it out. And here are some of the things that can, if somebody wants to meditate or pray with, some beautiful crosses, wooden crosses, some beautiful stones, or beads. If you want to read something, or the kids made some very cool meditation rings. And some books. Don't need much. Isn't it a beautiful place? So I hope this week you can pray in color and find an awesome place to be.